Yes, welcome yet again. Labala here in Boosted Auto, a channel where we discuss Formula 1 and anything motorsports. So today, as you can see, we have our friends today with us. All the friends and sponsors and good friends of Boosted are all displayed here, just to show the solidarity that you guys are supporting us and we are supporting each other.
Yes.
So today we are here, and as usual, on my right, I have the tallest guy who, we thought he can never fit in a Formula 1 car. Marsh himself, he has been here before and he's here again. He's always been here like our guest throughout.
Appreciate it.
On the left, I have the Mzungu. He's always a familiar face also with us here. So, welcome, and we shall go through this together. As you know, if you have not met them before, I think you'll meet them here and you'll understand who they are. So today we are talking USA and the rest after, which we'll discuss that later on. So in the beginning, we're starting with the USA. So, Jason.
Yes.
Formula 1 America, pomp and color, kind of a roadshow, celebrities,
Yes.
and all that.
Oh yes.
What did you pick from the quali, from practice, quali, and the rest, and also the celebrities, to be precise?
Okay, let's start with the roadshow first of all.
Yes.
We can't do all those things all at once. But Miami is a party city.
Yes.
It's big on celebrities.
Yes.
And they needed to be involved. Yeah. It's just show of net worth basically.
Yes.
Of what USA offers.
Yes.
Yeah. USA always goes big.
Yeah.
So they needed to do something like that.
I understand it is the largest attendance in Formula 1. It is the largest. There has never been one larger than this.
Throughout the week.
Yeah.
Well, but according to what I've learned throughout the week, leading up and to the race event itself,
Yes.
was about 245,000 people.
Yes.
Throughout the whole week, and then 86,000 on the day.
Yes.
On race day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is a large number.
It is. Yes.
Collection was so high. My friend on the right.
Number.
Yes. What did you
But
pick?
I think Houston last year did around 400,000.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
It was quite a bit.
So basically, I think what they're doing,
Yeah.
Formula 1 is about making money.
Yes.
And I
It's
think
business.
Yes, business. And the most sports market we know in the world is the US market. If you go back a little bit, some years back, I think around from 2008, Formula 1 had a fan base of around 600 million. But by 2016,
Yes.
they had lost like 40% of the fan base.
Yeah.
Because their focus was based on the old guys.
Yes.
Barney at that time, when the one was running F1, he said like, let me focus on the old guys who have chums, than me going to the young generation,
Yes.
the guys who cannot provide yes, I'm giving you the show, what are you giving me in return?
Yes.
Then when Formula 1 was losing the interest and popularity,
Yeah.
Liberty Media came in
Yes.
and bought F1.
Yeah.
And Liberty
Yes,
Media
yes,
is a
I saw
US
that somewhere.
industry.
Yes.
So when they came in with an idea, why can we hit the European market, the US market?
Yes.
For instance, look at something like NFL.
Yeah.
NFL doesn't have the huge fan base like Formula 1. I think Formula 1 is 3 times NFL. But now NFL makes 8 times what F1 is making.
Yeah.
So these guys had to come to the European market and basically the US market.
Yes.
And they tried to hit that market in 2 different ways. First, they tried to, when Liberty came, they reduced the rules. They changed about overtaking. They made it easier. Long ago, teams are not allowed like to channel the F1 on their TVs.
So
they give for free.
They came in with an idea of business.
Yes, how do we hit?
orientation.
Yes, this is the biggest market.
Yes.
And the way Jason has said, is the showbiz.
Yes.
When the moment you see the list of 30 celebrities coming on board, what does that mean? There are so many guys who follow these people who want to know what is happening there.
Yes.
So the whole idea was to conquer the US market, conquer the US market, conquer the world.
Use the celebrities to make the race popular or the game popular.
Yes, now make the Monaco 5 times the Monaco now.
Through things like social media, you see these celebs, they're walking around with their phones, cameras. So
selfies.
As in, they're portraying something to the younger generation that are always on their phones at that
Talking
time.
on that, I think it is evident that in the past 5 years, Formula One has become the most popular sport, the most growing popular sport that youth are, following up.
Yes.
So I think even the same thing is also happening in the country here.
Sure.
There are people who never used to know what Formula One was.
Yes.
You would go to someone and ask them what is Formula One. They only tell you it is Schumacher and Ferrari.
Yeah.
That is the only thing they will tell. But right now, people have history. People know drivers. People know the game. People are learning the rules and all that. So through US, I think Formula One is becoming more popular to the world, isn't it? And now even introduction of Drive to Survive. You understand?
Yes, yes.
It's making it even more popular to everyone. Even people who used to love athletics, like Slim Kikoech, one of my friends.
Yes.
So right now,
He's watching Formula One.
he's watching Formula One.
In fact, the Drive to Survive.
Slim, Diego. Now we are talking about Formula One.
Drive to Survive.
Yes.
That was the best content they created.
Yes,
And
yes.
it led people to start watching it.
Yes.
When it started,
Yeah.
Mercedes and Ferrari were like, we're not going to be in that show.
Yeah.
But when they saw the impact, boom. Right now, around 77%
Yes.
of the young generation are watching Formula One.
Having said that, now into the race.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. What did you pick? Both quali and race anyway.
Let's start off with quali.
Yes.
There was a lot of traffic, cars being released there when somebody's doing their flyby
Yes.
for their final lap.
Yes.
There was traffic, guys got caught out.
Yeah.
I think Leclerc and Sainz also got caught out.
Yes.
Also, small issues here and there being called for red flags.
Yes.
That's the same thing that happened in Imola.
Yes.
And we spoke about this,
Yes.
but I understand it because of the safety measures.
Yes.
But all in all, we saw the Ferraris take 1 and 2.
Yeah.
With Max and Perez behind him. Yeah. And from the word go
Yeah.
on race day now is when we started seeing now how different tactics happen.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Max was not expected to be on pole because of those 2 Ferraris.
Yes.
So they settled for him being number 3
Yeah.
and Perez being number 4.
Yeah. Okay. Mash, I know you as a technical guy. You like understanding the track, knowing what drivers will do. Is it a place where you push? On quali, we saw a lot of stoppages, like he said. Do you think it was because of the track design that it is enclosed and chicanes and too much corners? So coming to a place where maybe there is open air or open ground, the wind will blow off the car, or was it just driver's error? From what we saw.
First of all, this was a new track.
Yes.
And it was a new track for every driver.
Yeah.
So it was zero advantage to anybody.
Yeah. Level playing field.
Yes, so that's when we saw on quali, there were so many blunders, sliding, crashing.
Yeah.
So when we went to the quali, at least most of the driver could understand which tire am I running, which car modes am I running.
Yeah.
But again, it was still difficult. If you remember, there are corners that they didn't to redo.
Yes.
There was almost zero grip.
Yes.
And for me, the main thing about Miami, I felt like drivers complained about you could not go off your racing line because you could pick a lot of chips that could bring a lot of blunders. So Miami was a new track. I don't think it was 100% an F1 level,
Yeah.
and that needs to be done to be redone next season because there was a lot of reservation from drivers based on the grip of the track.
Grip is because the track is new, or grip because the track is not okay?
The issue was most drivers complained,
Yes.
and I think around 11 drivers said
Yes.
the race track is not to standards of F1 because of traction.
Okay.
That was the biggest blunder. There are times where you could go off the racing line and you can still, as much as you're facing bad air, you could still overtake or push. But this time, you could not do that because there was an element of chips and rough track outside.
Mash, technically, on quali,
Yeah.
we saw a lot of guys hit the barriers
Sure.
and all that. And on the rest day, we didn't see that. I don't know, is it because of the fuel capacity in the car, whereby on quali you're qualifying with less fuel, and on the rest day the car is heavy and it is holding down? Is it because the differences, the variance in the capacity of fuel? Because we saw specific drivers do mistakes that you do not expect such drivers to do. But on the rest day, everything went on so smooth. People had predicted that we're going to have a red flag within the first corner, turn one. It never happened. The race went on until almost the last quarter is when we saw a safety car. So, is it because the car was now much heavier and it had more grip?
No, I'll say basically that is based on when you're doing the quali,
Yes.
the engineer is we're trying to do like sampling.
Yes.
What is the best are you going to do?
Yeah.
What is the best model going to run?
Yeah.
How efficient will this be?
Yes.
So when you're going for the race day,
Yeah.
at least drivers knew where to take risk and where not to take risk.
Well
That's what we
answered.
felt. I expected, personally, I remember, I think I called you, I told you,
Yes.
this is the first race we're going to classify less than 15 people.
Yes, sure.
Because from what I saw
Yes.
on the quali.
On the quali,
But I
yes.
think when it came to the race day,
It never happened.
there was a lot of, F1 is about strategy. If we
Yes.
told corner number 7,
Yeah,
there
strategies
is-
change. Yeah,
remember,
yeah.
from corner 11 to 15,
Yes.
there was a lot of mess happening on quali.
Yeah.
But now when it came to race day, guys were not pushing that corner because they knew what happened.
Everyone was cautious.
Yes, guys were cautious.
Well answered. Back to you, Mzungu. There has been a lot of talks from Formula One, from FIA to be precise,
Yes.
wanting to stamp authority on the rules that some of us are just learning of these rules now, only to understand that the rules have been there from, I think, from 2015 or 2014 there, from long time, ever since memorial. The rule on jewelry. So some other guys are saying Hamilton is being targeted because apparently he's the only guy who wears a lot of jewelry on the track. Do you think, well, do you understand this rule before?
I do, yeah. It's just a matter of safety.
Yeah.
Earrings, chains.
Yes.
Yeah, those are things that.
Bracelets.
You just have to get rid of everything while driving. But
Reasons being?
like if just in case of accident,
Yeah.
if you're wearing an earring, it could get snagged onto something.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll tear your
Yeah.
earring.
Yeah.
And if in case you crash,
Yes.
and these people need to get to a vital
Yes.
source of blood or something over
Yeah.
here, that thing could be one of the.
You are exposed to more danger
Yes.
if you have a jail.
Yes.
Also, I understand also heat, something to do with heat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if
You're
you end up
burning.
if you end up in an accident that your car
Yeah.
turns to flames,
Yes.
that thing can burn you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been exposed and all that stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, in your own opinion, do you think Hamilton is being targeted? Because I don't see any other person who's wearing these things. And Hamilton has been putting on these things.
He has been
ever
putting.
since we know
He has
about
been
it.
putting. I think personally that yes, in a way that he's been targeted, but it's part of the rules. These are rules that have been there for a long time.
Yeah.
But I'll also ask you this:
Yes.
some of the women for the Formula One women's races,
Yeah.
they say that they wear earrings over their helmets,
Yes.
and it doesn't affect them.
Yeah.
So there has to be kind of equality.
Yes.
Yeah. If the guys are not allowed to wear it, then the ladies should not be wearing it.
Yes.
Yeah. Just remove everything once and for all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because these are things that can hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah. In case of an emergency.
Yes.
You don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think for the women, I think maybe this is something that is coming up, and they're also going to emphasize on the other side. So we're not going only to have this thing only happening affecting the men. I believe it is also going to affect the ladies.
The ladies, yes.
as well.
Yes.
Back to you, Mash.
Yes.
A guy who is rooting for Haas F1
To score some points.
to score some points.
Yeah.
What did you pick up from the rest? As a guy who's rooting for Haas F1.
This weekend has didn't perform to the expectation.
Yes.
The engine we have is a good engine.
Yes.
We see Ferrari, we're not far from Ferrari, the engine we have. It's the same engine we're running.
Yes.
So for me, I feel like number one, Mick was trying, this weekend did a good job.
Yes.
He was scared to score points.
Yes.
But something happened with him and Vettel.
Yes.
I think it was Vettel,
Yeah.
almost then. When we lose the points, we lost the points.
Yeah.
On Kevin,
Yeah.
Kevin, I don't know, he went 0 this weekend.
Yes.
And I didn't know the reason.
Yeah.
Then there was that moment when they were fighting,
Yes, Mick
Fight-
and Kevin Magnussen
Yeah,
were
and
fighting, and I think Mick was, I think he was told on team radio or something, he was told to stop pushing, and he said This is racing.
Yes, yes, racing.
So we have to go head to head.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
in Formula 1 it's very simple. There's no point of being driver number 2 because
Yes.
you are risking your
Yes.
position.
Yeah, true.
So Mick is doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the second driver.
Yeah.
But basically, this weekend, from my analysis,
Yeah.
Haas did poorly.
Yes.
Yeah, they did. There was nothing much to be loved from what they did.
Yes.
Doing that, they were doing a home ground race in the US.
Yeah.
At least there's that hype of we're at home.
Yes.
At least let's score some points. This weekend they did 0 for me.
Yes. So
Yeah.
they disappointed you.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. So
100%.
you don't want to talk about them.
No, what is happening basically with Haas,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes you may not be performing, but with that spirit, the team spirit.
Yes,
I don't know if you've seen the team spirit in that garage.
Yeah.
They have the best
Yes,
team
yes,
principle.
yes. Yeah, yeah.
You know, they got the support.
Yes.
This guy comes from nowhere,
Yeah.
like 12 days to the race. The guy is performing, is pushing the likes of Mercedes.
Yes.
So that's the team that I'm liking and I'm trying to push for it.
Yeah.
I hope it goes somewhere.
All right. Because you do not want to talk so much about Haas, let me ask you a question about your team.
Yes.
Your initial team before you said you wanted to root for Haas Formula 1 to score points. There is Hamilton and George Russell.
Yes.
From Mercedes, your team actually.
Yeah, man.
They went hard on each other. I don't know if you can remember that.
I remember.
Yeah?
Almost the last
Yes.
10 after the safety car.
Yes, after the safety car. They went on hard on each other, and George Russell was not giving Hamilton time. You know,
Yeah.
he gave him a run for his money. What will you pick from that? Do you think Hamilton is being well? Do you think George is just trying to show Hamilton that I can give you a run for your money?
If you
Or
followed,
do you think Hamilton doesn't have the pace?
if you followed F1 this season,
Yes.
based on the cars, if they're equal measures,
Yes.
Russell is the better guy up to today.
Yeah.
On quali,
Yes.
I think Russell did a 129 somewhere.
Yes.
And I was very happy. Yeah, Mercedes, we are back.
Yes.
Then we come to racing.
Yeah.
The guy starting, I think, from P14.
Yes.
Then we pull a strategy of hard compound.
Yes. On him.
Yeah. Then we're hoping that there will be safety.
Yes.
And that's what happened.
Okay.
Then we pull our stop.
Yeah.
Then we come right behind
Yes.
Hamilton. And Hamilton was complaining and saying, man, this guy has an advantage over me.
Yes.
And that's what happened. The guy was on a fresher tire. Of course, Hamilton is a champ. He'll try to defend, but he could not do much. I remember there was overtaking he did back then. Russell did it.
Yes.
So for me right now,
Yeah.
if you tell me to put Mercedes and the team is more of Russell is the guy this season.
Yes.
Ham is trying to prove that, you know what, this guy just came another day.
Yeah.
I don't want to be I'm still the lead driver.
Yeah.
But up to today, that guy has done top 5 all the races.
Yeah. True. True.
So
he has
for him,
qualified Hamilton.
So whatever he did,
Yes.
it's not about car advantage.
Yeah.
The guy is good.
The guy is good. And
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
Okay.
And he's pushing on to prove that point.
Back to you, my friend. I'll ask you a question about Red Bull. We saw Perez on soft compound tires,
Yeah.
not responding to what the team expected him to do, because he was put on soft. Then there was Sainz. Then there was Leclerc. But Perez could not respond, could not get pace to respond to guys who have longer tires,
Yeah.
tires who have stayed for long on the
Yes.
track. Him having fresher tires could not even get to Leclerc. What would you say? Is it the pace issue? Is it the track, like he has said? Maybe the track is new.
No, earlier on in the race, he had started complaining that there was loss of power.
Yes.
And throughout the whole race, he was actually driving above what the car was delivering.
Yes.
So you could give him the best tires in the world,
Yes.
there's nothing he's going to do.
Yes.
Yeah. If the car is not performing, even if it's less off by even 5%,
Yes.
yeah, you will struggle against a car that's 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like him trying to pass Saints,
Yeah.
that was a good battle.
Yeah.
And he actually ended up passing Saints,
Yes.
but he overcooked it
Yeah.
into the corner
Yes.
and just slid off.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
So and then for him to try and recover all the work that he's done
Yeah.
was, as in, it was unheard of. He can't do it. It's not possible for him to make that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not the tires.
Yeah.
It's not the track.
Yes.
There was a loss of power in the Red Bull car. That RB18, there was a problem with power.
We are revolving around, Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, Haas. I'll ask you a question about Mercedes as well. We had Hamilton during the safety car. Hamilton came on radio and asked if he can pit. You know, he was told he was told we have one last chance if you have to pit.
Yeah.
Then he asked, should I pit? Then he was told, you know, it is upon you to decide.
Yes.
Then later on after the race, everyone was complaining, even Hamilton himself, he was complaining, saying that, you know, I'm on the track, I cannot be able to tell whether I need to pit or not, because there are people with all the data. They need to tell me, if I pit now, I'll lose position or I'll maintain my track position. They know who is ahead of me, who's behind me. Do you think Mercedes are trying to send a message to Hamilton that, you know, whenever we tell you to pit, you always complain if something goes wrong? So right now you're on your own. Let's just concentrate with George Russell.
George,
because
yeah.
for you complain about, you whine a lot if everything goes wrong. What did you pick from that?
I think that there needs to be clear leadership in that team.
Yeah.
Who's going to be your number one driver? And even if he's not performing as well as the number two,
Yes.
he should still be the number one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His feedback is very important. He's
Yeah.
been doing this for how long?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they should recognize and respect
Yes.
what he says. If he feels that something's wrong,
Yes.
yeah. If the time splits are good enough,
Yeah.
I want to come in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not relying on the technicians behind the scenes
Yes.
to tell him that, oh, this is happening.
Yeah.
But if he's feeling the car is still okay,
Yeah.
let him continue.
So what you're saying is supposed to be a team,
Yeah.
you know, one team. You work as a team.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Back
think
to you.
to add on what you said,
Yes. Yes.
there was also a scare for Hammy to stop
Yeah.
because there was a virtual safety car
Yeah.
also.
Yes.
So there was a worry if you pit on the virtual,
Yes.
then they pull in the full safety car.
Yes.
There was that scare of him losing.
Track position.
So they pushed to him,
Yeah.
and that's what Jason is saying.
But at that
it's
time,
supposed
it
to,
was
it's supposed to be a team thing.
It was not a virtual safety car at that time. It was the actual safety car, because it was just about to go the last 2 laps.
Yeah,
Then,
for him to.
yes, so that's what they are telling him. If we have to pit, you have one last chance, because we only have one more lap. Then the following lap, the safety car will exit.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to raise the point, saying.
Yeah.
I think the technical engineer,
Yeah.
it is his work
Yeah.
to advise the driver.
Yes.
You can ask me as a driver, I'm in a better position to finish on number 4.
Yes.
Then I'm thinking if I pit, I may lose this position.
Yes.
So I need your advice also
Yes.
from the team.
Yeah.
They're supposed to support this guy also. That's my take on that.
Yeah, time is against ourselves, but I think we have more we want to discuss. So I think we shall push this for 10 more minutes, and we see what we have in store for you guys. I have one last question before we go to the next race. Carlos Sainz.
Yeah.
He needed to finish in points to prove a point, and he actually did it on podium, isn't it?
Yeah.
Given the kind of mistakes he had been exhibiting previously, do you think this has given him more confidence? Now he can push and try to avoid mistakes.
First of all, I think Formula One, the worry is usually if you are running out of your contract.
Yes.
Then you're forced to make a lot of errors and pressure.
Yeah.
We saw him making an error in quali,
Qualies, yes.
but he came to the race
Yeah.
and he recovered himself.
Yes.
Sainz has a 2-year contract right now signed.
Yeah.
So there's no scare of him now being like under pressure.
Yes.
He can relax and try to recover
Yeah.
what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
But from the race right now, everybody knows that he's the driver number 2.
I think there is pressure because you see, there is team points, leave alone an individual. You need to be out there helping Charles to score points for the team, because there is championship at the end of the season.
Yes.
Yeah. So there is pressure on him, I think.
There's pressure.
Yes, to
but
deliver.
for his caliber,
Yeah.
he's a professional.
Yeah.
He can handle that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can handle that. And in Formula One, let me tell you, before the team,
Yes.
it's me first.
Yes.
There's that point of me.
Yes.
Then now us.
Yes.
So for him, he's now trying to prove that I'm not the second driver
Yes.
in Formula One, in Ferrari.
Yeah.
But there's not that much pressure because he's making mistakes. Something may happen.
Yeah.
He can contain that thing.
Yeah.
He's a champ.
Yeah.
Those are guys who are driving the best car in the world. Anybody wants to drive.
Yes.
So I don't think if you can succumb to that pressure,
Yeah.
then you're in the wrong car in Ferrari.
Okay. Having said that, from the USA, now we're headed to another land. Where are we headed to?
Europe. We're back in Spain.
Spain,
Yes, back in Spain.
Catalonia.
What do we expect in Spain? from your point
I
of view?
think there'll be upgrades
Of course, there
done
are
to the
upgrades,
cars.
Yes.
Done to the cars.
Yes.
And also, don't forget this was a testing ground
Yes.
before Formula One, before the season started.
Yes.
So I think it will also lead to more information about the cars.
Yes.
Yeah. Going into the rest,
Yes.
into the rest of the season.
Yes.
Because whatever they're running
Yeah.
right now is due to the racing the testing that they did earlier
Yeah.
in Spain.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. He has talked of testing. I don't know if you're aware that there has been a secret testing on that track by Charles Leclerc. Are you aware?
Yeah,
You're
I saw
aware?
it somewhere. Yeah.
There has been a secret testing, I think 2 days ago. Charles Leclerc has been on that track, fully closed, barricaded, for Charles Leclerc to test. Apparently, because they want to do a video for their, is it promo?
Yeah,
a promo
promo.
video,
They did a
because
promo,
they
yeah.
removed Kaspersky from their car.
Kaspersky, yeah.
So they want to do a new promo on that track. Do you think this is right? Do you think it is okay for a competitor to be on the track that other teams are also coming to compete on that track with the new car now? You see, now he has tested 2 times on that track.
For me, I usually say,
Yeah.
Formula One is about strategy.
Yes.
And when there are loopholes,
Yes.
you use them.
Yes. You
As long
capitalize on
as
the
there's no law against it.
Yes.
Yes.
Ferrari saw it,
Yes.
and they said, we have removed Kaspersky from our team. We're going to test. It's not against the rule.
Yes.
It will give them advantage.
Yes.
So for me, I'll leave it that.
Yes.
Let the FIA
Yes.
twist the rules,
Yes.
make it clear
Yes.
for everybody.
So they use the loophole.
There's always
What they
loopholes in
saw.
They use the
motorsports.
loophole to say we are coming to this track, we want to test our car.
And
Yes.
I believe it is unfair for other teams because surely Charles Leclerc is on the track that they are coming to race on that track in the next 1 week, testing a car, claiming they want to do a promo video, and FIA approved that. Then they barricaded the track, they closed it. You see, for Charles Leclerc to, I'm told, 100 kilometers. Is it
Yeah,
100
you do 100 kilometers, yes.
100. At some point, the vehicle was pushed from the track because it was found that if he went past that mark, he would have exceeded the 100 kilometers.
Yes.
So he disguised that the car has an engine issue. Then they switched it off. The guys pushed off the car from the track. So he already has an
The
advantage.
data, sure.
Yes, he already has that. Is it so? Charles Leclerc, as it stands right now, he has tested on that track twice, one more time than the other rest of the drivers.
Yeah.
So he has an advantage.
That's true. But
If they were to test, why would they have waited for the rest to end? Then they say the following week we want to do a video, a promo video on this track because
I've told
the season
you.
is just beginning.
I've told you strategy.
it's just strategy.
strategy.
And like how you said, it's loopholes. And,
Yeah, the
and the
loopholes,
best guys to find loopholes in motorsports are the Italians.
Yes.
They've always done that. They've always found loopholes, one way or the other, just for them
All right.
to be on top of the competition.
Okay.
Yes.
But one thing I can tell you, as going to Catalonia,
Yeah.
they can test 100 times.
Yes.
But for me,
Yes.
I'm very secure. I can tell you, I don't like Red Bull,
Yes.
but no one is able to beat that guy right now, Max. Max is the top driver.
Yes.
We're going to Catalonia.
Yes.
They will not beat him.
Yes. He will emerge
Again,
on pole.
even if he starts P4, P5, I saw whatever I saw in Miami.
Yes.
I was telling Jason,
Yeah.
I don't understand because when you start on pole in Formula One,
Yes.
you have a 40% chance of winning.
Yes.
Then you have another vehicle
Yes.
behind you to play defensive.
Your team.
Yes, let the guy is smashing past you.
I think just about the reaction time on the clutch pedal.
You have 2 vehicles, bro. Even if your reaction
But
is
you
very
see,
poor.
if your reaction time is poor, it doesn't matter which car you have behind you.
So I'm saying they can test 100 times.
Yes.
But I believe and I know
Yes.
in Spain, again is Red Bull.
Jason, as we wind up, there has been upgrades. He's saying Red Bull is going to win. But we understand there has been upgrades, especially on Mercedes and Ferrari. They have done a lot of upgrades on their cars come next weekend. What do you expect?
Mercedes, I think they used most of their package in Miami.
Yes.
Yeah, putting on front wing, yeah, with new end bits, and the rear
The rear wing.
Yes.
Yes.
I think everybody else is allowed to do that for Catalonia, not just Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's going to come in with something new.
Yes.
So I think it's just to improve the heating.
Yes.
And what's this called?
The purposing?
Purposing would be more of Mercedes' problem.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they have kind of solved it. It's not 100% yet,
The new flow.
but they are trying.
Yes.
They are trying, and it's just to increase the aero of the car. Yeah, because nothing is going to be done to the power units, you know.
yeah.
Those are already sorted. It's just the aero. They're just trying to get it right. Just trying to get it right. And like I said, after Spain is now when I think we'll see the final cars now. Now, nobody should have any issues. If there's any issues, then that comes down to build quality or something or the other. Yes.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I would say, you see, this has been always our signature tune. Katika gumzo letu la magari aina ya langa-langa. That marks the end of today's discussion on Formula 1 cars. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would say until next time, let's wait and see what the coming weekend has for us in store. As usual, I'm Labala, and this has been our guest. As usual, he's Mash.
And Haas will score points, eh?
Haas will score points?
Yeah, we'll score points.
Yes, that is it from him. And Mlami says something.
Valtteri is going to be ahead of Hamilton and Russell.
Until next time, let's wait and see who emerges, the winner. And as usual, bye-bye and see you. Thank you.
Cheers.